How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel where we are finally at the halfway point of the off season. It is the 1st of January, so not too long now before we all go racing. But the reason that I wanted to put a video up today was because I had a shot at the Formula Ford 1600 series on iRacing, and some of the racing that I found there was absolutely awesome. So I just recorded the replay. I wanted to stick it up for you guys because it was some classic Formula Ford racing, really good, really close, and I'm going to do my best to commentate on it as best I can, even though I'm not a commentator. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one soon. So we joined the action straight off the start. I decided to start right at the very back just to try and make it a little bit more interesting. This is a rookie series after all. So going down into the first corner, the first corner here is big commitment, and then you're straight on the brakes down into a first gear hairpin. So for the first lap, we just kept it as clean as we could and didn't get involved in anything that we shouldn't have done. Formula Ford's obviously being open wheel, it's really easy for them to climb up on top of each other, especially when they're all in a pack. But you can see now just starting to make some moves into the hairpin down at turn 3. This is Oran Park in, I believe, Australia, which as it turns out is the perfect circuit for Formula Ford 1600. It's got elevation changes, big compressions, lots of committed sections, some slightly more technical sections as well. So you can see just clanging on around the outside here. Then you come into this big depression, as you see us going round the outside of the 3 car there. And then you come up into the second gear left-hander, which is really committed. You got to get as far out to the outside as possible without grabbing the dirt, and then back into this final chicane that's also pretty much flat out. Grab the curb on the left-hand side, and you've got a nice uphill braking into the final corner, which is a really late apex. So you've got to really watch this one to get a nice run down the big long straight. So past a few cars, I think we're probably up to about P6 or P7 by this point. I'm wary that the 3 car here is going to get the slipstream down the straight, but I can tell straight away that we've already got a lot more pace in the cars in front. He has a big look to the inside, but he's not quite close enough. Again, has a wee look down into the braking area for turn 2, but it's again a really awkward corner that, because the car is so loaded up on the entrance. So now as we're about halfway through lap 2, I was beginning to catch the cars in front. These 2 guys are battling. As you see, the 9 car send a big slider up the inside, but it costs both of them because it's a kind of one car at a time through the chicane. I try to nip up the inside and just get a little bit too close, have to back out of it. I then get mugged by the 3 car. The 9 car at the front of this group then goes off on the exit of this corner and causes absolute mayhem down towards the last corner, you can see there, which we actually benefit from. And now we've just got to break free from these guys, get the head down, and keep pushing towards the front. Beginning of lap 3 then, and you can see straight away 2 of the front runners have taken each other out at the first corner. Now this is where we're going to run into this guy in the white car called Nathan. Now Nathan was some of the best racing that I've had on iRacing ever. Super clean, super fast, super exciting. Really was Formula Ford 1600 at its best. So Nathan, if you are watching this on the off chance, really well done. You drove really well. Apologies for driving into the back of you there like I just did, which did really cost me, to be honest, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make that time back up, but it was still early on in the race and I felt like I had the pace to keep going, so I just kept pushing. Getting through this section, it's difficult to see from the camera angle, but it is really quite committed. It's really easy to make a mistake and get an off track there, or just spin the car completely and ruin your race. You know, the race that I did before this, I spun all my own while leading. It's really easy to do. Lap 4 then, and we're just starting to catch the back of Nathan's slipstream here, going down into the first corner. He makes a little bit of a mistake, gets a little bit of oversteer, which gives us a chance on the inside, but he has the inside for the next corner, so it's not really worth taking the risk. Again, try it on the brakes and try and kind of close the door around the outside, but he's just too strong. Let's go on board now for a lap of Oran Park. Come over the bridge, you've got to get the car settled because it goes light over the crest. And then you've got a choice, you can either stay in second or go for third. I prefer to stay in second here just to get that little bit of engine braking for to get the car turned in. And then again, using second gear, using that engine braking, turn the nose in and then get hard in the power nice and early. Over this right left, it's totally blind but it's totally flat. Can't do anything other than flat. Grab the curb on the inside and then get all your braking done in a straight line before you tip it in for this final corner. Now you can see we're catching back up to the 9 car here, and this is about to become a 3-way battle. I've got the slipstream of my life down the straight, and I'm thinking to myself, there's no way that I can't make this move into turn 1. So we're getting closer, closer, closer. I'll drink to the left at the last minute, throw it down the inside, catch the oversteer, leave space on the exit so that he doesn't crash into us. But we just catch that little bit of oversteer on the outside and he comes straight back down the inside of us. Again, he now has us down into the hairpin at turn 3 as we come back round the horseshoe and back over the bridge. So it really is line astern as you see us just getting carrying a little bit too much speed through there, grabbing a little bit of the dirt. So now I'm in a really good position here coming out the final corner because I know that I've got a double slipstream all the way down the straight and it's going to benefit me the most out of everyone. Also just keeping an eye for guys going side by side. You see Nathan trying to go around the outside of James there, but he just can't quite make it work, so it leaves space for me to go right up the inside. They make contact, we make contact with Nathan, then make contact with James. And this is where it really all starts to kick off. 2 abreast down into turn 3. Again, I don't think I was going to make this one, so I just kind of let it go. And then you can see Nathan come back up the inside here. I didn't really have much choice but to let him go, but he was a wee bit slow out of the corner, so I managed just to close the door into the horseshoe, and then as we go back over the bridge, it's kind of single file, so you get a little bit of breathing room. Again, right on the gearbox of the 9 car here, I just know that I can make a move, and it's going to come from somewhere. But I just need to get close enough on that main straight to get the run down into the first corner. Again, line astern here, super close, there was nothing to pick between them. I ran a little bit wide here, but it gave me the opportunity to get up the inside of 9. And then what I didn't expect to happen was Nathan to try and come right back down the inside of me. So we now come back around the final corner onto the main straight and back in the same situation I was before, except the 2 guys in front of me are side by side. Can we go to the right and make it 3 wide? Nope, that's a pit wall. Again, just trying to pick my line. I decide I'm going to go up, going to go to the left here, just because it's the favourable line for coming up into turn 1 and 2. But again, a little bit argy-bargy from the front 2. I make contact with the 2 of them yet again, and then it pushes the 9 car a little bit wider, just gives us that little chance to get up the inside. Now we come down into the hairpin, and again the 9's trying to stick it up the inside, but he's not quite close enough. Back into the horseshoe now, line astern. Super close racing. So it's now a 2-horse race. I'm not entirely sure what happened to the 9 car, whether he just faded or if he made a mistake, but I now know that if I just keep pushing, then there's a good chance. I don't think that there's a chance of a win here because the leader has basically just sodded off at the front, but there's a good chance of getting second. This is now the battle for second place, just because of accidents and stuff for everybody else. So you can see Nathan just getting a little bit of oversteer, which is slowing him up through turn 1, gives me the opportunity to pounce on him. And again, throw a big sender down the inside, but he's really good on the brakes in here, as you can see, but he locks up, gives us that opportunity to get up the inside. And then I could have slammed the door shut going into the left-hander, but I knew I was going to have the inside anyhow. and then we just stick it back out to the outside, close off the move, and that is it, hook, line and sinker. Okay, into the final corner for the penultimate time. Nathan's getting close now. He's got a big run, but he thinks better of it because he knows that he wants that slipstream down the straight. The question is, can he get it? They come across the stripe, start the final lap. I know I've just got to hang on for about another minute, and we've got this P2 wrapped up. So here we go, down into turn 1. And he's closer than he was last time. I know that he's a threat by this point. Down into turn 1, one of his favourite opportunities, but not close enough. He knows that if he makes a mistake at this point, it's game over. And so do I. And down into turn 3, I'm checking the mirrors, I'm expecting the move to come. He moves to the inside for a look, but again, he's just not quite close enough. I leave the space, but again, he's just not quite getting through. Single file down through the horseshoe, back up over the bridge. And he's really, really close now. I can feel him on my gearbox. And I know through this section, it's pretty much going to be line astern, so I know that if there's going to be a move, it's going to come at the last corner. So you just want to be super mindful of that, and just remember that it's never over until it's over. Come through this section, I felt like I was going quicker than I'd been all day. And then coming over the crest of the hill, I could see I had a wee gap, and I didn't expect a move to come from him. But last second, he throws an absolute Hail Mary down the inside. We come out the final corner, side by side. He's actually got a little bit of a nose on me, but he's slow off the corner. And we just managed to get to the line before him. And you can hear from the kind of panic revs from both of us there how excited we were. And I left this little bit in because this is something that you don't see a huge amount in iRacing, which was that the two of us stopped to kind of give each other a wee panic rev and a wee wave and drop each other a message on the chat. So that was my foray into Formula Ford racing on iRacing. It was the best fun I think I've ever had in a sim race ever, and it's not difficult to see why Formula Ford is as popular as it's been over the years and why so many great drivers have come from it. So big shout out to Nathan. That was a really great race. Like I said earlier, Nathan, if you are watching, hit subscribe, get in touch. It'd be great to get a chat to you. And I'll be back soon with some more racing content, whatever it might be. So I hope you guys are still enjoying the channel, and I hope you guys had a great Christmas and New Year, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.